Saddle up, it's time for Discord drama, where the threads are messy and the tea is hot. Get ready for the gossip, the chaos, and all the juicy details. This is Beyond the Map, and we're diving into the drama that's shaking up your sewer.
Welcome to Beyond the Map. On today's Discord drama show, we discuss the top blaze within the Forrest Fenn box. In this episode, we take a deep dive into There's Treasure Inside and its mysterious connection to the blaze. Could this be the key to unlocking the Forrest Fenn box? Wild theories, heated debates, and unexpected twists, we break it all down with the real voices of Discord. Inside this episode, the meaning behind the blaze kill you or dead end. Decoding There's Treasure Inside and its hidden messages.
Footprints fade in the morning dew. Gold hides beneath moss and vine. Legends lead to fortunes anew.
If you've identified a camper's blaze, you could be close. Unfortunately, no way to know for sure without physically going there. That's what makes the Fenn hunt so difficult, IMO. The clues are perfectly set up for confirmation bias. The one thing that might get past that, however, is the home of point, tree, and seeing eye. That clue might define a unique, specific location around which a correct solution could be identified.
I've been there too on BOTG for Fenn, and have a tree close and think that seeing eye is a trail camera. But that's confirmation bias from the Fenn hunt. My brain has locked it in, and that's why I need to try something else.
Think the clues do not refer to anything as temporary as a specific tree or a trail camera.
The treasure is across the road from the camper's Blazia sports bar near Omaha, where some of us used to smoke weed in high school. There's a Hardee's in that location now.
I'm sure Jon thought about this, as I'm sure he knew about the tree, with the blaze that fell down from the Forrest Fenn hunt.
I don't see anything about the blaze, the fire, or father on the banco in any of those pages.
Take the word blaze, for example. Chapter 4 is Blaze the Path.
This might be the hardest of the 5 boxes to find. This poem is quite similar to the original, and the original Fenn treasure would have probably taken even longer to find had not Forrest put it in a place special to him and telegraphed it. There was no indication that Jon put his box in a place of particular special meaning. The clues can seemingly fit anywhere in the Rocky Mountains.
I did search for the FF box as Jon. I found many good places to hide a treasure, but I, as many treasure seekers wish Jack would, have posted the location. After all, it was Forrest Fenn's wish to share the wilderness with folks the place he led us to, and someone was very close would be nice to know who, I wonder.
I think Jon used a lot of the common denominators of the FFTH, but none of us will know until the snow melts in April or May. Have fun, be safe out there. Close proximity in 4 states is a large area to RB. Search.
I am not trying to be offensive in regard to Scrooge, but I highly doubt it. Fenn's treasure was in the Rocky Mountains, north of Santa Fe. Why on earth would anyone look in Nebraska? It seems to be a mistake to ignore the region. IMO, of course.
It's comical at this point. I hope that Jon does not provide any more clarification. Let people search anywhere they want. Forrest went way too far with additional help. Emo, especially stating things like searchers had been within 500 feet of the treasure. Jon, having participated in that hunt, will hopefully avoid that situation. Let the book stand on its own.
If you've identified a camper's blaze, you could be close. Unfortunately, no way to know for sure without physically going there. That's what makes the Fenn hunt so difficult, IMO. The clues are perfectly set up for confirmation bias. The one thing that might get past that, however, is the home of point, tree, and seeing eye. That clue might define a unique, specific location around which a correct solution could be identified.
I have been there too on BOTG for Fenn, and have a tree close and think that seeing eye is a trail camera. But that's confirmation bias from the Fenn hunt. My brain has locked it in, and that's why I need to try something else.
You're looking for a vista, a view close to a place or clue, I would think. He also uses the word blaze near that passage. Look for 2 jagged gray peaks. That would be a vista. So I would conclude you look between 2 objects and be able to view the goal of the chapter's message. Perhaps a location.
What's the chance someone has defaced an in-the-field clue? We arrived at this location fairly quickly to search for clues, and pinpointed this iconic tree that had all sorts of carvings on it, only to quickly see that someone had chopped out a set of markings only a few days before.
I don't think JCB would carve anything in a live tree.
That could be a deer rat.
Looks like a bear has been clawing at that tree. You can see where some of the claws dig in at the very top, then drag down.
Many PPL had been looking there. It's not
I don't know what happened there, but I would hope that treasure hunters would tread lightly and not ruin nature or give treasure hunters a bad name.
No way he is defacing a tree. With no prior knowledge of that particular tree, I'd say there was definitely older damage, and then a more recent damage. But based on the coloration, I would say months ago seems more likely than weeks ago. Either way, the timeline fits that it could definitely be one of our fellow kooky treasure hunters. My search area has had the trails removed from some digital maps, posing a risk to non-treasure hunters that may rely on those maps, and I believe they also reported the Charizard Pokemon card as counterfeit to get the page removed from the PSA website, which could have held valuable information.
Anyone else notice the repeated use of the word blaze throughout the book?
Wasn't that a word Fenn used as well?
Yes, and he did hide the AT box along the Appalachian Trail. Most likely it's not the only one on a trail.
A blaze can be on a tree, in a fire, on the face of a horse, and a host of others. FF 2013.
Trail marker at or above eye level.
Yeah, very obvious.
A subtle nod to Forrest Fenn and a commonly used term in
blaze is a trail that goes off of a main trail.
Cool waters begin when you drink them. And let's not talk about a camper's blaze, because someone may insinuate putting up a tent.
I also think denoting the specific steel used is interesting, but maybe he just wanted to make plain steel sound more interesting, lol. Not gonna count it out. Going back to punctuation though, I've been thinking about why to use a semicolon after stanza 14. Also, the camper's blaze. That verse has funky punctuation. A thinker's stone being sodalite or the philosopher's stone seems too straightforward, so I'm leaning towards the next 2 lines being an explanation for the thinker's stone.
If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease, but tarry scant with marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace equals, if you figured out all that. Look down in this poem, as I will tell you exactly where it is from there.
I took Camper's Blaze as a large group of campers.
Who knows? That's what makes these poems solve so tough, so vague, so open to interpretation.
The compass points north, to the eye, on the sudden side of a tree. JCB's blaze?
Is JCB a fisherman? Thinking face.
Lots of words linked to the Forrest Fenn poem. Heavy loads, canyon round, once was brown, drawing nigh, camper's blaze, marble gaze, listen well, hear me all, efforts will be worth the high, warm waters halt.
Quote, please offer critique of the following assertion. The only person who has possibly interpreted the original FF poem in an uncomplicated, easy enough for a child to figure out way is Jack Stoof. Nobody else has offered a simple interpretation to which the community collectively nods their heads and says, "Yup, that's it. So easy." When JCB pens this poem, therefore, he is writing nearly in the style of FF, but without the ability to comprehend how FF's poem easily led to the treasure. This adds an extra layer of complexity to the TTI poem, unless JCB is doing the same thing, i.e., no matter Kerr.
What is supposed to be the blaze?
The line in Forrest Fenn's poem of "If you've been wise and found the blaze" has, I am sure, all of us wondering what Forrest means by being wise and what type of blaze. I know many have suggested the blaze is a mark, possibly etched on a rock or tree, indicating the location of the treasure chest. I am not so convinced of this.
This has me somewhat confused. Can we jam on it and throw ideas out? The compass points now towards the home of Point and Tree and Seeing Eye. The home of Point sounds like a mountain to me.
I'm guessing it's a reference to either Colorado in general or a point on a trail with an aspen grove. The Colorado state seal has the all-seeing eye on it, so could be a reference to that. Might be linking it to the Four Corners, which has that seal on the ground. Most trees, when a branch is cut, will get a round bump that can sometimes look like eyes, but aspen trees are specifically notable for this with how their bark turns black. A lot of people refer to aspens as eye trees, and seeing eye trees.
I have only been to Yellowstone twice, and can't remember where all of the pools are. I thought they were more in the middle of the park. To the west of Mammoth Springs, I can see a trail that leads up to a vantage point. Maybe it's talking about peering down and aligning a pool with the marker.
Pretty sure it's in Montana. Tear my reasoning apart, please.
Was Jon on any of the Fenn Rennets? Any idea of his search area?
I searched for 3-4 hours and didn't find anything. I did find a lot of deleted posts.
Yeah, if he thought he had the area, he may have kept it to himself. The people on Reddit are an extremely small fraction of the people that were out looking.
What really confuses me is he talks about how much he loves the Hopi culture, talks about the Grand Canyon and very specific parts of Scottsdale in Chapter 8. But he messed up Santa Fe. AZ something is there. I feel it.
My poem is inspired by my own experiences searching in the Rocky Mountains north of Santa Fe. As you may be curious, I have traveled to all 4 states in Forrest Fenn's treasure search area.
Every good riddle has a red herring. My guess is the Santa Fe, AZ specifically. Unless there are more concrete clues for these places, has anyone taken the time to work through the poem and have any ideas of where they think that bucks may be? I am happy to share what I am speculating.
I think many have. I personally like Colorado for this box.
Until a box is found, all is in play.
Most people are assuming this is in the Rockies where the original Fenn hunt was. I'm not necessarily believing that, as it's not explicitly stated by JCB. He chooses his words fairly carefully.
Good point. I read somewhere the home of Brown in FF was a reference to someone from Denver and speculation that it just meant 1 mile. Seems like a strat. Thoughts?
In the Fenn hunt, Brown was the name of a fish at his favorite fishing hole, Mr. Brown. The home was the actual fishing hole.
Nope. That's the whole deal. The poem solve was never revealed. If you say it was, please break it down for all of us.
A blaze could be a mark on a horse's face, putting the horse first. Let hope it does not take 4 years to figure out the secondary puzzle again.
Who's on first? A horse named Blaze with a blaze.
George Washington's favorite horse was Nelson, a chestnut charger who carried the general throughout the Revolutionary War.
Buttercup and Lollipop Forrest Fenn's horses.
Take the word blaze, for example. Chapter 4 is Blaze the Path,
How would you make a blaze that a random passerby would not recognize as a blaze?
But how do you know where to go to find the blaze?
He needed the blaze to complete the poem. He needed the 150 FT line to find the spot his second trip. Apparently, you haven't been in the forest there to see how difficult it is to find something, like my sandals that I wore to wade across the Madison, replaced them with hiking boots, and then needed to find them to cross back over the river.
Grinning face Sinsin Dolling. I have spent a great deal of time in the forest, hunting and fishing solo. So, yep, I know how difficult it is to find objects on the ground. That's why you don't lay stuff down and walk off. Without a doubt. Fenn needed a blaze, but it would not be at ground level. And yes, it would be very noticeable if it was fresh. Again, IMO he wouldn't need a string line to find his way back. Ciao loco.
Because Forrest said in his deposition he put a blaze notch on a tree?
Do you believe F would use a blaze that would not last a 1,000 airs?
I don't know. It would remain there for 1,000 years on the ground, right?
A metaphorical blaze of his life/footsteps would last forever.
I believe if you solve the poem, you would find that Answe,
that pesky blazer.
We were trying to find where he went alone. Somewhere north of Santa Fe, right? And somewhere where the lines cross found/cast the blaze. It's a bit outside of the standard solve type, but I got the hints to it. All worked out too, I think.
Ever really looked at that, but I totally agree with IT thinks not sold on your blaze except located north of Santa Fe.
I just wanted to point out JCB is literally mirroring Fenn. Carry on. M. Looking for it. I went down a deep rabbit hole because of my lead on the blaze.
The fireplace is HOT. I see some blazes in the book.
JCB kinda looks like the most interesting man in the world with the velvet chair and the fireplace, LOL.
It's all so Fenny. Why?
That would be cool if the blaze matches the book cover blaze in the wood.
The poem does not lead you to an exact spot, not even 100 feet of it. But how do you know where to go to find the blaze? Random, it seems, need a metal detector. It doesn't stand out from the creek. No indicator of where to turn, anywhere up that creek. Nothing I shot unless there is a theory I haven't heard.
That's a wrap on Discord drama The Blaze. This has been Discord drama, The Blaze. Did you uncover a new clue, or did we all just hit another dead end? The mystery deepens, and the drama never stops. Join us next week for another episode of There's Treasure Inside, Discord drama, where we dive even deeper into the hunt, the hype, and the heated debates. Don't forget to subscribe, so you don't miss a single twist. Want to be part of the next episode? Jump into our Discord and keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep searching, keep questioning, and stay dramatic.
Searching for a whisper in the pines. Mystery lurks in the shadow of the oaks. Legacy of treasure buried in lines. Legends wrapped in nature's unspoken jokes. Footprints fade in the morning dew. Gold hides beneath restless hearts, following the call of ancient charts. Whispers lead for those who start to chase the dream with insatiable smarts. Beyond the map, where secrets lie, hearts race beneath the endless sky. Riches wait, world goes sigh, adventurers take the leap and fly. Beyond the map, where secrets lie, hearts race beneath the endless sky. Riches wait, world goes sigh, adventurers take the leap and fly. Stars guide the restless hearts, follow